Greg Michlig here, President and CEO at CUInsight.com. And on this episode of Three Questions, it's a pleasure to welcome Brett Mitchell, Senior Vice President of Information Technology with Allied Solutions. Brett, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Greg. It's great to be here. Let's have a good conversation.
Sounds great. And I'm sure everyone's eager to hear your valuable insights. So let's jump into those three questions. So, how is Allied Solutions using AI today, and what results are you seeing?
A lot of our initial use cases around AI have focused on the engineering side of the fence. So for us, that's been one of our most limited resources, right? We never have enough developers. So our big bet that we put forward was with Cursor. So that is an AI engineering tool that's helps a developer be more efficient at doing their work. It takes some of the mundane stuff, moves it off the plate. They get better code quality. We get better efficiencies out of them. About a 20% boost is what we've seen. And so that's been paying great dividends for us. We have a number of other investments. A new one we're about to roll out is also related to that software development side of the fence, and it's called First Pass. It integrates for very easy software questions. It can create the first step of, hey, this is what I think the code response is going to be. Then an engineer can review it and then submit it. We have a number of other initiatives related to the operational efficiency side of the fence. And I realized I was getting interested in certain AI use cases here at Allied more than others. And it took me a second to realize why. And it was really around using AI to get data out of previously unstructured things. And for us, it was in the customer service side of the fence. So we get a number of phone calls from borrowers and clients. However, it's hard to extract what are the general topics so you can fix things upstream. And then there was another one with floods of email coming into one of our customer service box, but I can't fix these problems upstream until now, where we're looking at different AI tools. So it's been really exciting, and we're seeing some decent results.
So it's really interesting. I have some developer friends and have asked them a little bit about AI, and you really hit on something there in terms of helping kind of with that coding side, and then how you take that and apply it to your customer base and use it for their benefit is kind of really tying that all together. And as you kind of think through this, how do you balance innovation with the risk and governance and the client trust?
So with any financial services role, we have to think about that risk of technology. So we have a very robust governance model in place, but governance needs to be the accelerator, not the brake. So our AI governance committee is a cross-functional team that reviews every initiative related and kind of evaluates it based on fairness, transparency, compliance, data privacy, and then ultimately security. We're kind of pivoting that a little bit to create more of a risk tier based system. So the highest risk items have the most scrutiny. You have to reevaluate it, on a repeated basis. The middle tier, maybe not as frequently. And like the lowest tier, low risk items, go forth and prosper, try things out, see if it works, see if it doesn't. But ultimately, in my opinion, AI still needs to have a human in the loop. It needs to be there working with a human to make their job easier so then they can be the ultimate approver of something going forward and not just letting it go willy-nilly. Harvard Business Review had something called their SHAPE Index. So trying to make sure it's strategic, human-centered, apply. And that human-centric part of it, that's what's really important right now, because it breaks down some of those fears we have of AI taking everyone's job. But if we can move the mundane work off of our high valued employees and let them focus on the work that really matters, I think that's where you see the best success.
Yeah, that sums it up. Kind of that was really my first question to my developer friends when I asked about AI. So you hit the nail on the head there in terms of what I think a lot of people are thinking about. So where do you see the biggest opportunities then for AI and financial services over the next few years with all of that considered?
Customer service right now for to leverage AI in there now, it would be very challenging to do it well for a high quality customer service organization. You just can't get that same level of service. I think we've all been trapped in an AI bot hell, of trying to get an answer from some company that's implemented AI and done it, but maybe not in the most effective way. I see that probably changing over the next few years, that we continue to fully maybe automate that role in a way that provides an exceptional experience for everybody involved in it. And that's a big if. That means a lot of different AI technologies need to improve and get better before we can actually hit that. Other than customer service, I see continued opportunities and operational efficiencies. Agentic AI is one of the new hot button item. However, Cornell said it had about a 70% error rate for complex business transactions. And for me, that's just a little bit too high, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. Eventually, it has to change and get easier. Fraud detection, that continues to be an exciting one, I think, as that discipline gets better and better. You get closer to that time of the event. And as we all know, the closer you can get to that event, the better the outcome is for everybody involved. But then maybe more than that too, from a risk management standpoint. I could see proactive credit and portfolio risk monitoring becoming a much bigger piece of the pie, so the lenders can intervene before an account becomes delinquent or uninsured. I mean, it's going to be very exciting to see where AI gets us in the next few years. So,
Yeah, I mean, there's just a multitude of applications to
mhm.
it, and it's great to hear that Allied is thinking ahead and working through all of that. And I appreciate you, Brett, taking the time to share some of that information with us. It's been a pleasure to connect with you, and I appreciate you taking the time to join me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Great. And a final thank you to all who tuned in for this Three Questions video interview. We'll see you next time.